Hey guys, so I absolutely love The Boys, and I thought I should do a reaction to seasons 1 to 3 of it with my thoughts and feelings on it and talking about the different characters, certain scenes, etc. There's so much to talk about. And of course, before doing anything, I've got to give you that massive spoiler warning because there's going to be tons of spoilers in this. And Grace is going to chip in here.
Yeah.
she actually can tell you about the spoilers because she's had it spoiled
So
for her.
I started season one like a while back, and I also started Twitter, and then lots of spoilers keeps hitting towards me. So I basically know a lot of few things now.
So guys, don't be like Grace. Stay off Twitter. Stay off social media. Stay away from this video if you haven't seen it. We have warned you.
That's quite hard.
Well, you know what I mean. Try your best at least.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, I've told you if you haven't seen it, stop here, come back after you've seen it, or check out our non-spoiler review on seasons 1 to 3.
That would be a more wiser decision.
It really would. Right. Here's our reaction to The Boys. But before we get started, please like and subscribe. So, absolutely love this series. I'm just going to repeat what I said in the non-spoiler reviews. It wasn't the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't think it would be in my top 5 or maybe top 10 best shows, but I really enjoyed it. It's very different from the other superhero stuff that we tend to see from Marvel and DC, but I haven't seen a lot of DC stuff, so perhaps I might be wrong. But I'm pretty sure it's all pretty much the same. But I really like the change that the supposed superheroes, some of them anyway, are the bad guys. And I liked how we've got this group of people who haven't got abilities and stuff are actually trying to take down these superheroes. It sort of makes me think of like the Punisher versus She-Hulk or something like that. It's something like that, you know, someone who literally just sticks with his guns and stuff, and the She-Hulk who has abilities. Talking about the Netflix Marvel shows or the Defender Saga, whatever you call them, I still prefer them. They're still miles better. And the way I see it is the Punisher is quite dark. I think that's the darkest thing we've seen from the Defender Saga. It's dark because there's so much killing, there's so much violence, and there is violence in this one, but the violence is really different. It's more of the blood and the images of the bones and the images of hands and
like bodies departing and all that, heads exploding, just like all that.
Yeah. So it's really different. So this one it sort of makes me think of a medical show. It makes me think of Chicago Med, because those are the moments when I turn around, because I don't like to see all the blood and all the inside bits. So if you are, just a warning about that. you probably already know about it, but yeah, it was good. It's really good. I would recommend it, definitely for people who enjoy the superhero genre, because it's really different.
Yeah, because I like horror, and this is right up my dark alley. So it's the reason I watched it was I saw a friend recommended to me. I saw the season one, and I just really loved the idea of like this alternate world of like where we believe that superheroes are so good and are like God bless people who with powers that was give us sanctuary, and they turn out to be actually cruel, manipulative people. It just makes you think like what happens if that really happens, and like what will we do? Like if they got so much power, they can literally be unstoppable. And then what? Homelander, it's the darkest character. He can literally do whatever he wants, and God, that is mental. Just thinking like he's basically a dark Superman, and oh, just it was just really good. And like Emily said, it's kind of the Punisher, except more visually. You see a lot more deaths and like how they die, but I kind of liked it. Like I like the horror, but I also like the stories. The characters were really good. Butcher and like the boys really, and it's really good. Like the story is really interesting to follow.
Yeah. Well, talking about characters, let's talk about the characters, huh? So starting with Butcher, I liked him. I don't know, a bit in season two, bit in season three, I sort of started like not hating him, but sort of like, you know. But yeah,
Not interested in.
yeah, he has a really sad backstory about his wife Becca. I mean, that's literally what made him start his whole thing, and yeah, it's really sad. Love his relationship with the boys, even though sometimes he's not such a good friend to them, especially Frenchie, which we saw in season three, and even MM. And he really does try. Like what I really liked about it was that he doesn't want kids. We got that really clear from the conversation he had with Becca, but he really does try, especially with Ryan. Like
Oh.
his hate, but his hate for Soups is just too big, and it just makes it difficult. And the end of season three, like, it was so upsetting.
That was, yeah.
It was so upsetting. But yeah, what I really liked was getting to see his backstory about his brother Lenny in season three. But yeah, he is charming, and not in a good way, because it always ends in him killing or stabbing or doing something horrible. He is very cunning as well. Like the way he match makes the stuff, like him, and like how we thought about when Frenchie told him about little Nina, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna use little Nina to get to Russia," and I was like, "Wait, what?" Like, oh, that's clever. I just never would have connected it. So he's very clever, but he's a character which I could never compare to someone else I've seen in Marvel or something.
Yeah. I would slightly compare him to the Punisher, to be honest. Like something bad happened to him, and this affected him really, really bad, and made him wanting to get revenge. Like the Punisher, we see. If you don't know the Punisher, you basically know his backstory. Like he lost his family, and this makes him want to become the embodiment of revenge. He kills bad guys, and this is kind of like Butcher. His wife was raped, and he wants to kill Superman so no one can ever do that again. And not Superman, sorry, Homelander, sorry. But yeah, he's a complex man, and at the same time, you just understand it, and you just know what he's been through.
Yeah, I can see it now that you've mentioned the Punisher. I can see it. Right, Hughie. He started off as someone who is he's scared. He's absolutely scared, and completely understandable, because I would be even worse than Hughie. I probably would literally just be sitting in a corner crying. But yeah, he eventually gets properly involved, and he becomes a proper member of the boys, and he becomes stronger. And we get to see that character development, was something I think I mentioned in the non-spoiler review, which was really good. I also loved his relationship with Annie, Starlight, whatever you prefer to call her.
Yeah.
I think from now on she's probably going to go by Annie, but yeah, that was absolutely sweet and cute. And I also love the fact that in season 2 he hates Butcher, and then in season 3 he ends up seeing the best in Butcher. Like that change was amazing, because again, development, something that we as the audience really love. But yeah, Hughie is a really good character. I wasn't sure if he would, like, because we saw him at the beginning, I wasn't sure if he was just going to be like a small character, but he actually does grow out to be a proper full-fledged main character of the series.
Yeah, when I first saw him, I really felt for the guy. I mean, he literally lost his girlfriend right in front of him. And seeing him join the gang, I thought, all right, so this is going to be interesting. This guy who is not so strong, but he's got brains, and he might actually become really more, become a bit, be the better. He might change for the better. And he has really changed. He's become a very like a very great member of the boys. And yeah, I love his relationship with Starlight as well, because I think they work together, because I still remember like them when they first met, and it was so sweet, and I think they understood each other, because they both are in a tough situation. I think they found like Hugh is such a sweet guy, and to see him fight finally in The Boys is just really great. Like even when he's so comfortable fighting with all the blood and the violence, it's just great because I think he's gonna get properly used to it by now when he's especially with Butcher and the gang. But I really like it because I think we'll all be like in his situation, like if we were him. But yeah, I really like the character.
Yeah. And talking about Starlight, let's do Starlight next. She's an amazing character.
Oh yeah.
She's sincere and she looks for the best in people, and all she wants to do is save the world. And as soon as she finds out about Walt and the Seven and what they're like, she wants to change it, especially about Homelander, because she sees that Homelander is the main baddie. And I love that at the end of season 3 that she actually finally leaves the Seven and is with the boys. Because I was wondering when that was going to happen. If it was going to happen, I'm glad it finally happened. Quite interested to know how that's going to go down with Butcher, because both of them, they don't really, get on well with each other. And I also can't wait to see how her powers develop too, because in season 3 we got to see that her powers aren't as simple as we think. Like with more energy and light around her, what more could she do? So yeah, I really can't wait to see more.
Yeah, I agree. She's my favorite character. She's sweet, she's compassionate. Even when she's in one of the darkest moments in her life, when she first met the Deep and what he did to her, and when she's in other bits, it's just she's always so strong and she's so independent and she's always there for like the boys, Hughie, everyone. I really admire her, and I really hope like one day if she becomes so powerful in season 4, I really want to see her kick ass Homelander. Just I
Oh, yeah, a good
I
fight
just think
between
I
them.
think if she gets more powerful, like when there's more energy and light, like you said, Emily, imagine if she comes closer to the sun, gets more light, and imagine what she would do to Homelander. Just like I guess I hope like the showrunners will be like the final climax of the entire show will just be Starlight expressing her full power, because I think she's got it and I really can't wait. And yeah, I just really admire her.
Yeah. So next up is MM, though I keep thinking in my head it's Eminem, also known as Marvin. Sorry, I had to share that because I keep telling myself don't say Eminem. It's not Eminem, it's just MM. But yeah, I really loved getting to see more of his background in season 3, and actually his reasons for why he's in the boys. That was really good. I also love his relationship with Frenchie. I love that because they're the weirdest pair of friends. Yeah, you would never put them together. I also love the fact that he actually stands up to Butcher as well. Like that is really
Oh
good
yeah.
because he seems to be like Frenchie does it like in season 3, but before that, M does it. I also love his like fatherly relationship to Hugh as well. Like he's really there as
Oh,
like as a guide and like also like as a mentor, like really good friend. And yeah, I really hope we get to see more of him because his number one mission was to get rid of Soldier Boy. So what's gonna happen now? Will he still stay? Will he not? I think he. Well, I really do hope he will stay. The Soldier Boy is still not dead. So
yeah. Is sorry, just what you said before just really is about now. But yeah, I really like it. Like you said, he's quite a father figure in the group, and he's always there for Hughie, for everyone really. I like his relationship with Butcher, although I feel like Butcher's kind of takes advantage of it. Like he's always saying like he's a leader, he do what he want, he doesn't care what the others think. I just feel like him is always there for him. He's like his small compass, just trying to just take it slow and just do what's right and all that. Because I feel like there's so much more with him that we need to explore. Because I feel like he's such a decent character in the group. So yeah.
So Frenchie is the next one, and he is one of my favorites. I absolutely love his French accent. Like, it's just so good. I also love his relationship with Kimiko, Hughie, Butcher, like basically them. He's an amazing character. And I also, again, another amazing character who we get to see more background in season 3, which is great. His past about his father, which we had heard before, and also little Nina. And also how much he stands up for his friends. Like, that was good.
Yeah. I love his relationship with Kimiko because but I remember the funny thing is when he said he stuck a grenade up this superhero's ass.
Oh, translucent.
Yeah. Oh, that's how you
Oh
pronounce it.
gosh.
I keep thinking he's translucent or something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I think that was the first moment I really, really got into him because just funny. But yeah.
So Kimiko, I'm gonna be completely honest. I was sort of scared of her at the beginning, but I've grown to absolutely love her. And another character who I absolutely adore her character development. So she thinks she's a monster and she wants revenge for her brother. And so she's quite a character. Like, she's always got something to get over. And I also like that at the end of season 3, well, not at the end, but season 3, she decides to take the V again, even though she doesn't need to. She does it because she wants to use her powers for good, and she wants to save the people she loves, especially Frenchie, of course. And yeah, I really loved seeing that softer and different side to her that I didn't think we would get in season 3. And the fact that she's not the monster who she thinks she is and who I thought she was at the beginning of season 1, not past that, because I saw the development, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I was a bit scared of her at the beginning. She seemed a bit scary.
Yeah.
But I'm glad she's not.
Yeah. Because this character is new, I just think the actress did a very good job expressing her emotions through like the body language in her face, and I think she does show a bit of like a scary side to the character. And yeah, I like this character because even though she doesn't speak, it's kind of like Black Bolt. We just see her emotions, and she's a really interesting character as well. I remember she's really great. I remember the most memories I've seen of her as her fighting, and like when she's fighting on Stormfront, she's really good, and yeah, it's quite interesting. Yeah, she's really good. Like good. I remember someone said like she lost her powers in season 3, and that was I was a little bit worried because I just thought if someone she lost her powers, and like what's gonna happen to her? Because can't lose this character. She's a key member of the boys, but how she got them back, that's great. And yeah, I just really like the character. Really cute. She looks cute, and then she can act scary, like cats. Oh no, they can act cute, but then they can be vicious at times.
Better not tell Ellie about that. Right, Black Noir. I feel like there's so much more that we need to learn about him. And I'm glad we got to see a bit more about him and his past before he's killed by Homelander in season 3. And I also like getting to see that he's got a scared and worried side to him. So it just shows that he's not indestructible. And yeah, I mean, even though he was scared of Soldier Boy and Soldier Boy didn't actually end up killing him, it was Homelander. So
yeah, this character I don't know, was slightly intrigued because we didn't see his face like to like partly season 2, but then fully in season 3, and it was quite interesting because like he never spoke a word. We only see him through his action. It was quite, I don't know. As much as I was enjoying the character, I felt like I wasn't really more focused on him. If that makes sense, but I did really like him, and to be honest, I thought he was kind of like in this kind of show, you feel like each character is kind of like represented of like different heroes, like Homelander with Superman, Queen Maeve with like Wonder Woman. And I feel like Black Noir is kind of like Batman. I don't know why. I just feel like he's all in black and he's just so silent. You don't know where he's coming or not. And yeah, I really did like it. And I felt like he did have somewhat a relationship with Homelander, but it's just a shame like he was killed by him. And it's just a shame now, but you never know. Maybe he might have suddenly rise from the dead and come back in season 4. We don't know. But he was an interesting character. Like I didn't focus much on him personally, but I did thought he was always there. Just yeah.
Next one is A-Train. Absolutely hated him at the beginning. I think everybody hated him because, of course. And I've actually grown to slightly like him a little bit, but not completely. Because I have a feeling with his new heart, we'll be seeing the old A-Train again. Because, Homelander's gonna get in there, and it's gonna be another have to try and prove that he's worth still being in the 7 sort of scenario again.
Yeah. God, I just wanted him dead at the end of season 1. He killed Robin, and I thought, someone needs to get him back for what he did. He's taken no responsibility. And then he started helping Annie and Hughie in season 2. I thought, okay, he's trying to redeem himself. I get that, but still, I mean, we don't know who else he's probably killed, but he's all right, I think. Like Emily, I'm not growing to like him-ish. I mean, I'm starting to appreciate what he's trying to do. He's trying to make the most of it. He's trying not to get in trouble with Homelander. I mean, who would? But yeah, I mean, it's hard to like these characters when you know when they've done something so terrible in the past. So yeah.
Right, Maeve. Another character I hated initially, but I've completely grown to love her. And I'm glad we got to see this different side to her. And yeah, I mean, after all, she really had no choice. Otherwise, Homelander would probably kill her. And especially if he found out about Eleanor as well, then he'd kill her too. But at the same time, she still had a choice. But luckily, Starlight actually helped her see that she had to actually stand up. And I'm really gutted that it's the end of her. I think it's the end of her. I mean, who knows? You can say never is never. But I have a feeling that that's the end of her. We probably won't be seeing her again. But I'm really happy she's got a happy ending. And yeah, I really loved getting to see that relationship between Starlight and Maeve develop. That was really cool.
Yeah, when I first saw her, I was just thinking instantly that's Wonder Woman in that universe. But yeah, I really admire her because she's always there for Starlight, standing her when Starlight was sort of kind of like when she was first kind of like taking advantage with the Deep, and then Maeve just said that you need to be strong in this kind of like team, and she was always there for Star. I think she saw like a very independent mentor, if that makes sense. And I was slightly annoyed that she didn't stand up for her. I get it, but she sort of let him kill so many people died, and she couldn't do anything about it. I mean, I understand. I mean, who could do anything? But at the same time, I mean, you could have done something, if that makes sense. I liked it in the end of season 2 because she did stood up to him and threaten him, which I thought great. Get him to taste his own medicine. I really admired her. I loved that they actually had their fight with her and Homelander because I thought we needed this. We needed her to get it out and get it at him. But yeah, I figured she wasn't gonna win. But I just really like her. I just really wanted her. I just wanted that all that anger she held inside a release and in just her fight with Homelander. So yeah, like Emily, I'm glad she still had a happy ending because I see she's probably struggled the most out of everyone in the team. we could see she was loyal to Homelander, but we knew that she had no reason. Like she had a reason, or she'd just die maybe. So yeah, I really admired this character.
Yeah. So the Deep is next. He's a very interesting character. He's completely weird. Like I'm just some of the stuff I'm picturing in my mind is just putting me completely off. Like
Wait, who's this?
the Deep.
Oh yeah.
There are some really distressing scenes. But I
Oh.
really do love his relationship with Sea Life. Like he really does care, and that's really nice. But yeah, after what he did to Starlight, like I completely hated him. But
Oh
I
yeah.
feel bad for him sometimes because he honestly is like he's so stupid. I don't have a clue how to like explain it, but for those of you who've seen it, you obviously know what I'm trying to convey. Yeah, he feels like he has nothing if he doesn't have a seven, which is pretty much actually how all of them feel. Because they feel like the seven is really important, and it is, but for the wrong reasons.
Hmm.
Yeah, one thing I'm actually a bit I hope we do get to see in season 4 is because we got introduced to his gills, which I thought was really cool. And they've disappeared. Like we saw them for a little bit and then they've disappeared and I don't know what happened. So hopefully they'll come back at some point because that was really weird, but also really cool to see. So yeah.
Yeah, I hated this guy the moment he was in episode 1. What he did to Starlight was unforgivable. I wanted him to suffer a bit. And I've at the point, like in season 3, I thought, okay, he's done. He's suffered enough. And then the scene where with him that he was forced to eat his octopus friend, I thought, oh yeah, I felt a bit sick. I couldn't imagine eating it alive. I mean, it's not as worse as eating it dead, but still eating it just oh, that was it was sad for him because he had to hear it crying out like mercy and oh god, that was sick. I did feel a little sorry for him then, but still I don't like the guy.
Fair enough. And I've saved the best for last, Homelander. He is honestly, like, I think Grace said it for this one or the previous review. He is honestly one of the best villains I've ever seen. He's
Mm,
up there with the best. He sort of reminds me of Kilgrave from Jessica Jones because they sort of
yeah.
have that same sort of personality. But he's honestly just so scary, and his facial expressions are so good. They're so convincing. Like, oh, they're so creepy. Some of them, like the creepy smile and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, the actor is 100% amazing, and I can see why people want him in the MCU to play. Well, people were saying he's going to play Dracula, but for any role, I feel like it'd be amazing. A villain role, of course. I feel like he
Mm.
could do a good Magneto.
I think he could be a good Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, I
if
thought. Okay, well, we're not going to get to that.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
But yeah, I can't help feeling bad for him sometimes, which is what I really like about these villains, because that's how I felt about Kilgrave as well. I felt bad for him in some points. And I really like the fact that I also feel that for Homelander. Like he wants to be loved, he wants to be needed. He stems from this all stems from his childhood. Like so Vought is to blame for basically the monster he is. But yeah, he is absolutely scary, and he only cares about himself at the end of the day, and Ryan, which was really cute to see. Like that was really nice because I really thought he would just use Ryan, but he really does actually care for Ryan. Well, it seems like it anyway. Watch out
Mm,
season 4; it's completely opposite.
yeah. Homelander is probably one of the most darkest and twisted villains ever. I get what happened to him. It was sad. He was isolated and needed love. But the way he really needs love is just dark, really. That's all I describe it. Is this guy would just does what he pleases, like Kilgrave, like what Emily said. Like he thinks he can do whatever he wants. And it doesn't matter if it costs people's lives. He he can threaten anyone. He can threaten like the president if he wants to. And some people actually predict that in season 4. But oh my god, I never felt so scared for a character in my life. Like this guy can just, it's just unbelievable. Like can't imagine anyone doing that. But this one takes it so far. He can kill you. He can melt your face if he wants to. He would just, or let a plane crash. He just does whatever the hell he wants. What a mental man. Oh, but oh god, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna quickly talk about favorite scenes, moments from
Oh, yeah.
seasons 1 to season 3. So I'm gonna start with season 1. The laser baby one, episode 5. So we get to see a suit baby, which that was when we learned about like how the suits are actually created. But wow, that baby was like it looked so cute, and then all of a sudden it's like a deadly weapon. I was like, whoa. Do you have one for season 1, Grace?
Yeah, I would say the plane crash because I thought, okay, they're gonna save another bunch of humans again, but then Homelander was actually gonna leave that, and Maeve was trying to try to save a few, and they just jump out and let the whole thing out. I thought, oh my god, that's like one of the most memorable things I remember about them. Like he will leave a lots of people to die just because he can't bother to save them or try. That just shows what Homelander is really like, his personality, how reckless and careless he is. It's just so dark. That's what, again, that's how I can describe it.
Yeah. So season 2, I mean, I've already sort of talked about it. The part where the girls talk, so that was episode 2. Yeah, like I said before, that was the completely amazing scene, and we got to see a different side to the Deep and how he feels like he's disgusting. But yeah, his skills are amazing, and yeah, I mean, they're a really important side to him. Another one was the whale scene. I never saw that coming. That was episode 3. That was really disturbing. Never seen anything like it before. It was so disgusting. And poor Deep, like he was like, okay, they're not gonna do it. And then he was so destroyed. He was like, oh yeah, I should. Yeah, and Homelander literally didn't care. Like that, it was another moment when I felt for Deep. Yeah, and I've got to talk about episode 8 because episode 8 was like the best thing ever. Girls get it done. Kimiko, Starlight, and Maeve worked together to bring Stormfront down, and it was such an epic scene. And you know what? I've actually got to say this because I was thinking about it the past few days, and it was better than that female team up we had in Endgame.
Yeah.
It just felt more satisfying. It felt more authentic. It didn't feel forced. Yeah, Grace?
Yeah, that all the girls getting onto Stormlight are just kicking, punching out, I'm like, get her. And the ending when Ryan blasted Storefront, I thought, yeah, that was good because I felt like Ryan just needed to do that. And just standing by Butcher, I thought, okay, I did melt, my heart melted when Ryan stood by Butcher because I thought he wasn't going to stand by his biological dad. He was going to stand by the dad who actually cared, and poor Rebecca. And the ending, because throughout season 2, I was really confused about like who was doing the head explosion thing because that was really freaking me out. And then Victoria, I thought, oh my god, that's her. Like she's got power. I was like, damn. And it was quite freaky because I didn't know because I always wondered she could do that to anyone and no one would know. And I just pray please do it on Homelander, please do it on Homelander. Just I mean, if you got that kind of power, at least do it on people who actually deserve it. But yeah.
Right, season 3, Super Hughie and Butcher and Soldier Boy versus Homelander, episode 6. That was one of the best fight scenes from the entire show so far. And I love the fact that they nearly had Homelander, but then he slipped away. Like, I really thought that might be it, but of course, I was fooled. Which is stupid because I shouldn't have been because there's still 2 episodes left. But yeah, episode 8. I mean, gotta mention episode 8, Soldier Boy versus the boys and Maeve. So yeah, I mean, Butcher literally fought Soldier Boy to protect Ryan. Otherwise, he wanted Soldier Boy to kill Homelander. So yeah, we really got to see that father side to Butcher, which was really nice. But yeah, it was a very fatherly thing to do. And it was a very cool scene as well because we got to see Starlight like light up literally and hover as well. I don't think it counts as flying. I think they actually even say it was hovering. But yeah, it all comes together and they all bring him down and Maeve saves the day. And that was a really good ending for her. Wow. Luckily she didn't die. Even though we thought she died, because I thought as well, I was like, oh crap, she died. Great. How could they do that? But yeah, luckily she survives in the end. So that was amazing.
Yeah, the most memorable scene, or like something that really got to me, was I think it was in episode 6. I think it was the ending where Homelander lied and claimed that he and Starlight are in a relationship.
Oh,
So I was really scared about that because I remember something in the comics that what the Deep did to Starlight in season 1 was actually Homelander did it to Starlight in the comics, and I, when he at the ending, I was like, oh no, she's gonna be so abused again in this season. Like I thought he was gonna do things to her, and I was really scared for her at that time. The final fight, I loved it because just again, like the whole fight, like Butcher and Homelander sort of working together against Soldier Boy, and May finally like just ending it all was really great. I would say the thought like the real end like of the episode where Homelander meets a group of people who actually support him and his kills. I'm like, damn, this is scary because it kind of looks like feels like a reflection of our world for real. Like people who support like right wing or left wing, or people who support like things that are quite bad in the world. It's quite scary. And the scary thing is in this world is kind of when we saw Ryan behind smiling, I thought, oh no, he's gonna be like a mini Homelander. Just you got so many things thinking at the same time. Like seeing that clip, you have literally no idea what could happen. It's very unpredictable, and it will literally give you chills.
yeah. All right. So yeah, I think I just want to finish off with just saying that I would highly recommend the show. Like it is really different. Do not show these to your kids. It has some really graphic scenes. Just gonna list a couple. Robin's hands left in Hughie's hands. That was really weird.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Unless you want to give them nightmares, or they deserve a bit of like trauma.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Then the exploding heads in the hearing on Soups. That was yeah, no, that was horrible. And also Homelander fantasizing about killing a group of local residents. That was another one.
Oh yeah, that was mental.
Yeah. Supersonic's mutilated body. Butcher killing Mesmer and Gunpowder, like the fact he killed Gun. Oh, both of that was, and the one that is still stands out to me, Pop Claw and the landlord. That was really distressing. That is one scene I never want to see in my life again. I don't think I will ever rewatch this show. I just don't think I could go through that again. But yeah, this show is really good. Highly recommend it, especially for anybody who wants to try something new or who's a fan of the superhero like genre sort of thing.
Yeah, this show is very unpredictable. It will get you on your seat, like just wanting to know more about what's going to happen next, or it's just really interesting, and it's unpredictable, and it's really good. Like takes a new take on like the world of superheroes. So yeah, that's our spoiler review of The Boys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, highly recommend it. And again, don't show this to your kids. And yeah, before you leave, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts on the show. Who is your favorite character? What was your favorite moment? And what are your hopes and your predictions for season 4? And follow us on Twitter, Instagram, all our social accounts, and check our website as well. It has information about us and the beta team. And yeah, please subscribe. It will mean the world to us. And yeah, we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.